The airbase that morning felt almost unnaturally calm. The sun was just beginning to climb, washing the sky in soft gold and orange. Mechanics moved through their routine checks, recruits drifted toward the mess hall, and even the commander allowed himself a rare moment of quiet. Calm never survives long in war. At exactly 0600 hours, the stillness was ripped apart. Sirens wailed across the base, alarms shrieked, and inside the control tower, radar screens lit up with 8 red blips slicing across the border. 8 enemy jets, fast, coordinated, headed straight for them. Operators froze, voices shaking as they confirmed what everyone already knew. This wasn't a drill. It was a full-scale attack, and the base was exposed. The commander slammed his fist down. Most of their best pilots were deployed miles away on active missions. The only ones left were rookies, barely seasoned, hands still unsteady from training simulations. Against 8 veteran enemy pilots, they wouldn't stand a chance. Fear spread through the tower like fire. Everyone understood what those jets could do: obliterate fuel depots, wipe out defenses, reduce the base to ash. Some shouted for reinforcements. Others argued for evacuation. Neither option was possible. Help was too far away, and there wasn't enough time to run. With every second that passed, destruction felt unavoidable. Then, cutting clean through the panic, a calm voice spoke. The room fell silent, heads turned, eyes narrowed. Near the back stood a woman no one had paid much attention to before. Wore a worn flight jacket, her hair pulled back, her expression hard and focused as she stared at the radar. The commander scoffed in disbelief. "What did you say?" She stepped forward, voice steady. "Send me up." A few nervous laughs followed, dismissive, uncomfortable. An unknown woman facing 8 elite enemy pilots sounded absurd. The commander shook his head. "You don't understand. These aren't amateurs." Her eyes burned with resolve. "And if you wait any longer, they'll erase this base. You don't have a choice. Let me fly." The words hung heavy. It sounded like madness. But desperation has a way of stripping away doubt. The truth was brutal. There was no one else. Minutes later, the impossible became real. Mechanics sprinted across the runway as she strode toward the jet. Her movements were smooth, confident, as if muscle memory was guiding her. She climbed in, secured the harness, and moved across the controls with the ease of someone who had done this countless times. The engines thundered to life, shaking the ground beneath the soldiers watching in stunned silence. Some whispered prayers. Others muttered that it was suicide. But when the jet lifted off, cutting cleanly into the rising sun, even the skeptics felt a spark of hope. Inside the tower, her voice came over the comms clear calm. "Tower, this is Valkyrie, confirming launch." The commander went pale. The name hit him like lightning. Valkyrie, the legend. The ghost of the skies. The ace who vanished years ago, leaving behind stories of impossible victories. And now she was back, flying straight into a fight no one else dared to face. High above the clouds, the world transformed. The ground blurred below as 8 enemy jets tore through the sky in flawless formation. Predators on a hunt. They hadn't expected resistance. This base was supposed to be defenseless. Then a single silver jet appeared on their radar. Her voice slid into their open channel, calm and razor-sharp. 8 against 1? Seems unfair for you." The enemy leader laughed. "One jet, who sent a rookie? You're about to disappear?" Valkyrie didn't answer. She moved. A missile screamed past her wing. She rolled hard, shot straight up, then dropped into a brutal spiral, G-forces crushing her body into the seat. She held steady. The jet wasn't just a machine, it was part of her. In seconds, she was behind the nearest fighter. Lock. Fire. One explosion bloomed across the sky. In the control tower, gasps erupted as one red vanished. Soldiers leaned in closer. A rookie whispered, "No one flies like that." The commander didn't look away. "That's Valkyrie." The fight exploded. 7 jets swarmed her, missiles crossing the sky, tracer fire cutting through the clouds. Valkyrie danced through it all, dragging them low, then pulling them into blinding sunlight. Where their vision failed, another missile, another jet gone. 6 left. She twisted through their formation, struck again. 5. Her body screamed in protest. Muscles burned, lungs strained, but her mind was calm. This wasn't just combat, it was mastery. The enemy pilots began to panic, their comms filling with frantic shouts and overlapping orders. Valkyrie heard the fear and used it. She plunged straight into a wall of missile fire, rolling away at the last possible second. 2 enemy jets collided behind her in a fireball that rained wreckage toward the earth. 3 left, on the ground. Rookies shouted in disbelief, slamming fists against consoles. A base that had been moments from destruction was now witnessing the impossible. Another lock, another explosion. 2 left. 1 enemy pilot broke formation and fled. His leader screamed for him to return, but fear had won. Valkyrie's voice cut through the air like steel. You can run. You can't hide. Her missile found him moments later. Only 1 remained. His breathing came fast and uneven. 7 allies gone in under 10 minutes. Valkyrie wasn't human. To him, any more she was death. He pushed his jet to the limit, diving and climbing wildly. But every glance back showed the same thing. She was still there. Who are you? He gasped. Her reply was calm and final. I am Valkyrie. Tell your commanders if they send more, I'll be waiting. The missile launched. The sky bloomed with fire. Silence followed. The radar cleared. 8 enemy jets had entered. None left. Valkyrie flew alone through the empty sky, a ghost returning. Home, on the ground, soldiers flooded the runway, stunned and speechless. In the tower, the commander leaned against the console, shaking. She hadn't just survived. She had won. Minutes later, her jet descended, wheels slamming onto the runway. Smoke trailed faintly from scorched wings. The canopy opened. She stepped up. Out, helmet under her arm, sweat on her brow. No one spoke as she walked past, boots steady against the tarmac. To the rookies, she was a savior. To the commander, a legend reborn. To the enemy, a nightmare written into the sky. They had underestimated her. They thought she was no one. But she faced 8 enemy jets alone, and won. Valkyrie was no longer a whisper or a myth. It was a living legend, proof that strength isn't measured by numbers, but by courage, skill, and the will to rise when no one else will. If this story inspired you, don't forget to like the video, share your thoughts in the comments, and subscribe. For more epic stories of courage and resilience, legends like Valkyrie never die,